Hi everybody, it's Nikki with Nicnacknits, and today is March 1st, and this is about my 6th time trying to record this, so let's see how this one goes. You can find me on Instagram as Nicnacknits. You can find me in Ravelry as Nicci52879. You can email me at Nicnacknits2019@gmail.com. Contact me anywhere if you'd like to give any giveaways or coupon codes. I'm always happy to promote new and upcoming people. Let's see. About me, I live in Wisconsin, Berlin, Wisconsin, with my my stepson, he's 13. Sorry guys, had to think he had a birthday. I keep thinking he's 4, but you know, he doesn't like that. He's a 7th grader. He is in band and he just got contacts this week, so that's been a challenge. My husband of 10 years, well, it'll be 10 years in August. We've been together 12. I also have my grandmother, who's going to be 85 this year, who lives with us. We've helped take care of her since we got married. My grandfather used to live with us until he passed away. And then we have our 2 dogs, Buddy and Cooper, who are labs. Buddy is 14 and Cooper will be 3 in June. So, it's been challenging this year in the snow with the older dog, my grandmother this year, with all the ice we've gotten. It's been really hard to keep the ice at bay so that we can go places together with her. She's always afraid of falling, so typically when it snows and rains and does all the sleet, she stays in until it's gone. Normally that's only about a day or 2, but that's not the case. The last 2 weeks we've had so much that it's just, we get snow, we can clear it, and then all of a sudden we had the Sunday into Monday we had ice. And like lots of it. It took them, schools literally closed just because the roads were so bad for Monday and Tuesday up here. So it hasn't been fun. The kids right now are looking at an extra 2 weeks of school because of how much they've missed due to the weather this year. But moving on to all the knitting stuff, guys. I did just close the February Sock It To Me knit along. And we had 26 entries this time, and the winner was number 4, who is Try Linda from Pennsylvania. So Linda, if you could just contact me on Ravelry and we can get you a pattern out for any pattern, $7 or less. And again, my Ravelry is NICCI52879. I will also put that down below in the down bar for you. And of course, I reopened up March Sock It To Me KALs. So remember, you only need 1 sock to enter. And if you finish a whole pair, make sure you enter, either take a picture of one by itself and enter that, and then, or if you wait till both are done, just enter the pair of them in the picture twice on 2 separate entries. And you guys are in control of multiple entries. I also have a Scrappy knit along going on that started. I cast it on my Scrappy projects Christmas Eve, and it goes all the way till December 31st of 2019. And I have a chatter thread that I might be pulling some prizes from, and quarterly, and then the main prize I will pull from the big one December 31st. Well, I'll pull it in January. And then I have the Twin It Up that ends on March 31st. That was with the Cozyup sisters. Because I knew I was going to need a little bit longer to do their make-along this time. I decided to host my own to keep me motivated to do it. And that one closes on March 31st, guys. So take advantage of double dipping. Just so you know. And then I have a new knit along with all Lisa Mutch patterns. So I always want to keep one of her patterns on my needles because I found out through friends this last Valentine's Day that I really enjoy her patterns. We casted on the Allure shawl. That's what the elephant in the room here. I casted it on February 14th, and on February 21st I casted it off, weaved in all the ends, blocked it, and I'm enjoying wearing it. And it's keeping me nice and warm on all these cold days. I will show the whole thing later on the podcast. I want to get through all the admin stuff first, guys. So for knit alongs and other groups, and other podcasts I watch from people in Zoom, Vanilla Sock Pig, who is Steph, she's brand new to the podcasting world, guys. Go check her out. She just uploaded her second episode. She also just kicked off her craft along for multiple myeloma cancer. She was diagnosed with it. It's cancer of the blood. She's doing a knit along from March 1st to May 31st. So go over, check out her rules. Only thing I'm remembering off the top of my head right now is that the majority of it has to be red that you knit, or crochet, or sew, needlepoint, all that. ArkansasYarnCo has a brand new knit along going on over in her Ravelry group, and it's gnoming, the gnomes, and it's a year long from March 1st 2019 to March 1st 2020. So go check that out. Of course, on hers, again, if you use her yarn, it's a double entry. Diary of a Physicist Farmgal has her 5 year-longs going along, and that's the Creature Feature, Farmer's Almanac, I Like Big Shawls, Kit or Get Her Done, and Never Have I Ever. And hers are all different crafts too, so her rules are over in her group. A Crocheting Whovian is also doing the Creature Feature with Deborah, and then she also has one that started today, March 1st, and it goes through December 31st, and that is Whip It Good. That's all your whips, guys. As long as you had a project page beforehand, you can get those in there and enter them. And she encourages double dipping as well. And that's all the admin, guys. So I got through all that. I'm going to take a sip of water here. Whoop. Sorry for the camera moving. So for my finished objects, I'll reach for my sock blockers. Well, let's do this one first. This is the Allure shawl by Lisa Mutch, like I had said. And it's all out of Bumblebee Acres Farm, the yarn, and it's Captain, Harry Potter Club invisibility cloak, and lastly Silver Bullet. So I still have a significant amount of yarn left on each of these. I can make up some socks. These are all were on their base quartet sock. So I really enjoyed making this. It blocked out really nice. The only thing I changed on the entire pattern was down here. I was supposed to end right here at this Silver Bullet, and I added on my pop of color just so I could use some more of it because I liked it so much. So I'll put that down. Then I have another shawl that I finished while I was away. And this was the Cozyup Sisters. And this is Death by icord. All done on ArkansasYarnCo. Super Sparkle. The red itself is Heartbreak Hotel. And then the red and white here is Love on a Snowflake. On this shawl, I had never done the 2-color icord bind off and then picking back up And I got to do it 18 times. Well, actually 17 times. So by the time you get about the middle, it really is death by icord. So great name for it, Jamie. I love the shawl. I do want to make it again. Then I made knitting expat Nina Phillips, her sock club a month. Here's my second one here. So this is ArkansasYarnCo on her plush base, Spring Meadows in Clear Blue Skies. The pattern is Spring Showers. And I love the cable detail. What I wasn't accounting for, I just did my normal cast on, not thinking about the cables are going to make it a little bit tighter. Got to past the heel and realized that they weren't going to fit me the way I need them to. So I made them shorter so they can become a Christmas gift now. So I just go to the Christmas pile. And then I knit, I did a test knit for Hypnoticyarns and her birthday shorty socks. The yarn was part of my Christmas present from one of my knitting friends. And I didn't realize that it was her yarn that she dyed up in a class. And I love the way it pulled and then went into the micro stripes. So I had made these originally before I found out for somebody else for Christmas. But I have enough to make myself another pair. So like the person who dyed it was Kim Goody. And I just love how they worked up. I'm weird. I like the pulling. So I was really happy to see it pulling, and then when it went into the micro stripes, I was happy too. I really liked them. They're so bright and happy. And with all this snow, we need that. So that's, oh no, I have one more finished object. I made this once before this summer for my husband's coworker, but I got a request for another one. So I did this. The little hat, all out of Red Heart Eco Baby and the yellow pop. Sorry for the dog barking, guys. So that was another finished one for me. And the only other finished object I have is my little gnome here. And I did him in the morning. He was out of my leftovers for my socks, and I still have enough for another pair for me. In the Spring Meadow from Lori from ArkansasYarnCo, a pink that I was given as when I asked for minis this winter, the gift exchange that people do on Instagram when you grant wishes. And then the purple on his hands and beard are from my Advent calendar from ArkansasYarnCo and the bowl full of jelly. And then the blue is the Clear Blue Sky, which was, these two are supposed to be reversed. I was on the phone when I was doing it with my mom about a dear friend of ours who has cancer. And so I really was not paying attention to what colors I was using, but he turned out just as cute. Mixing and matching, however you want. And then I had crocheted, a friend had given me a pattern for these after she made them for me. And I made another set for a friend's mother in Arizona, and they have the lip balms in the bottom, so these can go off to their home now. And that is completely it for finished. Oh no, it's not, I'm sorry. For charity items, I like to knit and crochet things with our scrap yarn and our acrylics. I like to make some scarves. This one's quite a big scarf. So if you have any charities that you would like to share with me of where I can send these out to, I'd love it. Please leave it down below or hop over to Ravelry, send me a message on Ravelry or Instagram. And then I also do baby caps for different hospitals. These are just a few of them. I didn't bring up all. I try to do 1 to 2 a week. I know I'm sending some off to Penhook and Needles. I'm sending some to 65. I have purple ones that are going up to Sitka, Alaska. My friend Missy, her family lives up there and works at the hospital. They were needing some baby hats. I gotta get those out in the mail. So just let me know if you know of any other places that are looking for them. As far as whips, I only brought a few over to show you because I'm not really sure what I was working on, wasn't working on last time. I know that I started this the last couple days for my friend, like I said, who got diagnosed with terminal cancer. It's an elf zone hat that I changed pattern because he wanted it to be a hat and then wrap around your neck as a scarf. So that's just about done. And then I have a test knit that I'm doing for Cozyup Knits. Started this last night when I got the yarn. This yarn is ArkansasYarnCo in her Super Sparkle on her Tickled Pink. The markers where I left off last night, and then from the marker to the cord is what I worked on so far today. So there's that. Here's the, I have 2 balls. The other one just rolled onto the floor on me. So there's that. Pick that ball up so the dog don't get it. And then I did work, I know for sure, on my Cozyup Twin It Up Make Along, Mystery Knit Along, which it's been over for a while now, so no spoilers anymore. So I was at, I don't know if you can see it, I was at this point here, starting the rib, and so I did all that and I got all the way through to the next one. So hopefully by the next time you see me, I'll have a good portion of this done, if not all of it, so that it can go on the make along. And that's about all that I'm going to talk about today on the whips. At the end, I'm going to insert some pictures because I spent a day going through all my project bags, getting all my projects together so I could try to determine which ones I'm going to do, which ones I'm going to frog. I keep going back and forth on a few. I haven't decided completely, so I'm not going to do anything with them just yet. Because I don't want to regret taking out all those inches of work that I already have done. So I thought I would share that with you. When I did that, I got out a brand new notebook. And I literally spent the time writing down each project page with the project and the needles. So in the yellow is the yellow is what the object is, and then the green is of course my needles, so that I know where all my needles are too. So if I'm looking for a pair and I can't find it, then I'll know right where they're at. I also spent another day entering everything on my Ravelry page and getting all those photos that I had taken up. So I'm trying to get more organized this year, guys. I really am. And each day it's getting a little easier just to keep up with it now and make sure I keep doing it. So that's all for knitting content, guys. The rest is just purchases. So if you're not interested, I'll say goodbye, and I hope you have a great 2 weeks. For the rest of you who decide to stay, I will show you what I got. I started the Stephen West, but I just started it last night when I was waiting on a phone call before I got my yarn in the mail for my Cozyup. But here is his newest. This is the shawl that he put out on January 1st, the Pierre. So this is in DK. All of it is DK. It's ArkansasYarnCo on her plush base. And this, you guys, is so soft and so squishy. This here is Knitting Needles, the gray, the lightest. Then it goes into Gray Cloud, Serious Gray, and Up in Smoke. So if I can hold these three. Give you guys credit who can do this. There. I can't wait to see how that looks when it's all blended together. Sorry for the crinkling. I also got my Gnoming Valentine's Day kit from ArkansasYarnCo. This should get me 2, maybe 3 gnomes out of it. And then I bought this back in January. I showed it, and then I wanted a mohair to go with it. So I went back to Lori and I sent her a message on what I was thinking, and that I just love the pink. So I'm thinking of holding these two together to make a raina shawl, just a different twist on it. And then I got some Knitstyle yarn. This one is Wetlands, and it was an oops. And then my cousin had bought 2 of these. It's her Kingdom of Hearts, and this one had the more purple in it, and the other one is already caked up and ready to go into a shawl. This one is going to be another pair of socks and fingerless knits for her. And that is all I have for you guys this week. At the end, I'm going to put in some pictures of the Allure shawl knit along that I did with my friends. It was impromptu that we had done. Majority of us have done. But all of us knit and have different lives. Life happens. So I will pop those pictures in at the end if they send them to me. I also will pop in all the pictures of just randomly of my project bags and what I've been working on, so that way you'll be able to see the progress I make. And until next time, I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful 2 weeks. Hopefully it gets warmer for everybody and less rain and snow. And happy knitting, guys. Bye.